Hi everybody, I'm hoping that this is working. I had a bit of a problem. It wasn't working. I was going to reboot the computer, but I thought before I do that, I'll just try it in another browser. And I've tried it in another browser, and I think it's working. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. No, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance. Not Twitter. I don't know where I got that from. And we will be heading over to the Facebook group in a moment because I don't see comments from YouTube and Twitch normally. So hopefully things are working. Hopefully when I get to Facebook, it'll all be there, clear. And whatever program, whatever platform you're watching on, you are equally welcome. But if you want to ask questions, you'll need to be in the Facebook group and put something in the comments, and we'll see if we can get them answered for you. Whatever continent you're from, whatever country, whatever background, whatever sex, class, religion, whatever you want to use as a separatist sort of attitude, you are all welcome here. We are all equal here. We are all unique, and we all have something unique to offer, and that makes every single one of us valuable. Okay, and let me head over to Facebook and see if things are working there. Oh, they seem to be working in the Melon app here as well now. Let me close that one and see what's happening, because if I've got two of them running, it might get even more confusing. So let me get to Facebook. Hopefully they're working. When I get there, look for We Share Abundance Publicly, which is our Facebook group. I'll scroll down and look for me on the 11th of May. And it's here, and I click to expand, and there we go. We've got Russ Cowley at the top of the comments list, and he's from Newcastle in the northeast of England, followed by Andrew Dean from New Zealand, opposite ends of the world. Russ Cowley says, I'm coming through loud and clear. It's good to know, especially after what happened. We got Peter from Kettering, UK, Akini from Nigeria, Richard from Devon, UK, Alan from South Africa, Kingsley from Manchester, UK, Morris from the Netherlands. And it's good to see you all here, and we'll be able to get you the updates. I'm just checking here. No, it's okay. I thought I'd got a message from Deviani. I do, but I mean, I thought there was another one. Okay. Cough, cough. Let me have a sip of water. Not that that should help, because two different passages. One goes down to your stomach and one goes into your lungs. So totally different tubes. So I don't know why people think drinking a glass of water will get rid of the cough. But anyway, I do it. Okay. So what time is it now? 1907. No, can't remember. It just made me think of a date, but there was a record, I think it was the Bee Gees, about a mining disaster in Pennsylvania, I think. But I can't remember the date of that either, but it wasn't 1907. It went, have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones. Anyway, probably not one of their best known, and as I say, I can't remember what date it was, but just when I said it's 1907, it just made me think of dates. Okay, not the kind that you eat. I like those, especially the medules, big juicy medules. Okay, we have also Rakesh, who's come in from India. Let's get started in our normal way with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. Through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service, bless them that they find true happiness and everything that they need in life. Amen. It is a fact that if you concentrate on service, you will find everything that you want in life. You start chasing the material things and chasing money, it'll tend to run away from you. You'll spend your life chasing, never getting anywhere. Instead, think about service, giving more. What can you give? How much more can you give? There was a beautiful comment from JF Kennedy in one of his presidential speeches. I think it was his inauguration speech, but I'm not sure of that. But he said, ask not what you can, ask not what your country can give to you, but what your country, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And that is the same thing. It's that same aspect of service. And if we all adopt that attitude, the world would be a better place. And we are a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world. We have members from countries all over the place. And we come here to form a positive community, a community of like-minded people who seek more than just material gains. The material gains will come to you if you concentrate on the service and the giving and the loving. It'll all happen. Maybe not when you want it to, but it will happen. So, as I said, we are the United States of the world. We accept people from all over, and we are rigorous about, particularly in our Facebook group, about keeping positive. We don't want any negativity in our lives. Negativity serves no purpose, no useful purpose. Negative people like to be negative, and they get nowhere, and they mix with negative people. Positive people shun them, quite rightly so. To mix with positive people, and these are the people that get on in life and improve and understand that they need to expand their circle of comfort, if you like, to encompass things that maybe they found a little bit frightening. Everything that's new is a bit frightening. You've got to be prepared to be bad at something if you want to be good at it. And that frightens a lot of people. But if you live in a positive community, that community will urge you on. It will say, go on, you can do it, you can do it. And it helps you get out there and do it. And when you do it, your circle expands. Your circle of comfort expands. And amazingly, it brings in more things that you hadn't even thought of, but they become within your comfort zone. And that is how you grow. That is how personal growth happens, through fighting, or not fighting, but through facing your fears and overcoming them. And fear is FEAR, false expectations appearing real. There is nothing to fear. My guru said that he and fear is my brother, but I'm more powerful than fear. Fear is afraid of me, or something like that. I can't remember his exact words, but that was his attitude, you know. I am more powerful than fear. Fear is afraid of me because attack everything and I overcome it. And if you go through life with that attitude, you will find that you have a really happy and fulfilled life. Who else have we got in? We've got Deborah from Southern Alabama. Norman Firth. Norman. I finished reading it. It is a good little book. Good little book. There's nothing new in it, unless you've not read any similar books. But every time you read a book, you get something from it. Even if it's not new, it reinforces something, or it helps you to just get a different angle on it, get a grasp of it. And there's a saying that when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. And it can be a book, it can be a person, it can be a video, it can be an experience in life that teaches you something. And that lesson has been there all the time. It's been there all the time, but you've not really understood it or accepted it. And all of a sudden, something happens because of the way it occurs to you. And all of a sudden, it's crystal clear, and that lesson is accepted. Where are we? So, we had Rakesh, didn't we? Yeah. And we got Alan from, I think we had Alan from South Africa, and Deborah from Southern Alabama, and Norman from Doncaster, UK, who recommended this book. And it's a very good book. Not very expensive. I can't remember what it cost me now. You can get it from Amazon. Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller. Okay. Recommended by Norman Firth, who has a really good attitude, incidentally. And then we've got Linus from Nigeria and Martin from St Helens. They got beaten by Wigan. Saints got beaten by Wigan. That was a turn up for the books. Local derby, and wasn't expected. However, we got Leon Henderson, California Dreaming. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I went for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Mamas and Papas, great song. Norman says it's easy to read. Yeah. It's an easy read, but there's a lot of good points in it. And even if you've read similar things before, like I say, they'll reinforce things in your mind, and they'll clarify things, and they'll remind you of things. So it's always good to be on that. And Leon is, of course, from California, and Norman is from Doncaster, I think. I think I said that, but I'm sure he is from Doncaster anyway. And we've got Derek Murray popped in as well now from somewhere. Okay, right. Because we are the United States of the world, we have a little affirmation that I've been doing, and I think it's a good one, because if we can change ourselves, that's all we can do. We can change our attitude, we can change our thinking, we can change our outlook on life, we can start those ripples going out from us that may influence somebody else to change themselves and make this world a better place. And the affirmation is one I came across just at the outbreak of war in the Ukraine, and it actually talks about the United States of the world, and that's where I got that expression from for us, because that's what we are. And it says, we are happy and grateful to be living in the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come to our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmonies that we may all become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, right. Affirmations, do them, but do them with emotion. It's no good just parrot speaking, you know. You could play a record, and that record isn't going to get any personal development, you know. It's just grooves in a record, or and you've got to put some emotion in it, feeling. You've got to believe it. And maybe you don't start off by believing it. Sometimes it's hard to believe things that are outside your current circle. But try to believe it. And the more you repeat it, the more and more you repeat it, the more it'll get embedded in there, and the belief will come, and it'll get into your subconscious, and it'll get stronger and stronger. The more you repeat it, it'll get into your superconscious. Once it's in your superconscious, that's when the universe says, this guy wants this, and you'll be led to it. You'll start attracting things into your life that will make that thought a reality. It can be tangible things, it can be monetary things, it can be relationships, it can be all sorts of things. Do them, but with emotion, and repeat them and repeat them and repeat them. I like to write them as well. Every morning I write them down. It takes me about half an hour. It's only one page of a book, but I write, you know, these letter size or A4 or whatever, notepads, narrow lined, and I write them all down. It takes me 20 minutes or half an hour a day. It's part of my morning routine. I also have a gratitude book, and I always make sure that I write at least 7 things in the morning that I'm grateful for. And I always make sure that 2 of them are things that haven't yet materialized, but I have them. It's just that they're not materialized yet. But 5 of them are usually things that I already have, you know, like to be able to hear the birds singing when I take the dog for a walk. And that's a lovely thing, isn't it? I mean, I really appreciate that. Things like that. Okay. Where are we up to? Let's give you the update from Devyani. She has completed the messaging functionality. She will test it tomorrow with a few user accounts and upload. And then we'll be starting on something else. And she wants me to discuss with her what the next project is. And I've got several ideas. Of course, we want to get that KYC thing done, but I haven't been able to get that sorted out yet. So we may be onto something else, but I want to go through. We have a sheet of tasks, many of them, and we'll go through that and see if there are any things that we can just cross off and get completed. Okay, so your messaging system will be updated tomorrow. Tomorrow is what day? Thursday, isn't it? And you'll love it. You'll love it. And we will consistently and persistently make improvements in every area of our community. That is our promise. We won't ever be satisfied with what we have. We will always be striving to make it better and better. If we don't make it better in some way tomorrow, that's a day wasted. The same as if you don't make yourself better in some way tomorrow, you've wasted a day. Always strive to be better. better than you were yesterday. It don't matter about being better than anybody else, but better than you were yesterday. That's your challenge. Okay. Right. What have I been up to? Same as always. I've been working on the marketing. We are getting a few results, but the tracking isn't working properly. And that's why I sent this test traffic through. This test traffic that we're getting for the cash cow people at the moment, we're getting plenty of hits, but I know it's genuine traffic, but it's bulk traffic. It's not targeted in the way that we will be doing. So I don't expect massive response from it, but we are getting response. We're getting people opting in to email lists, not millions of them, but they're coming in. But it's not showing correctly in my tracking system. I've done something wrong. So tomorrow I'm going to need to get on to the ClickMagic people and get their help, because it's a brilliant product, ClickMagic. It'll track everything down to the finest detail, you know, how long people stay on a page and where they go to after that page and how long they're on that page and whether they drop out and whether they, you know, it really tells you everything that you need to know to improve your marketing campaign. But I'm not getting the information. And so I know it's not ClickMagic's fault. It's something that I've not set up correctly. So I will get on to them and they'll give me a hand and we'll get it sorted out. And that's the reason that I'm running this current batch of traffic. It's cheaper traffic. It's not wonderful traffic. There's a lot of it. I mean, there'll be a lot more of it coming. And it will produce some results, but it won't produce results in the quantity that we're seeking in a short space of time. We need better traffic than that. And I've been speaking to somebody today about traffic that I've used in the past. Lovely lady, and she has very, very good traffic. Not the cheapest, but it's not the dearest either. Anyway, so I've been looking at that. I also made a video about the whatever it is called, TRX International or something, to explain how that system works and how you can benefit from it. It doesn't matter how much you put in, you can get your money back in 40 days. I mean, if you put loads and loads of money in, you can get it back quicker. But you may want to just pull out half of your money and compound the rest, you know. And then if you do that, it'll take you a little bit longer. It takes 56 days if you do a 50% compounding. And I've shown examples in the video of that. And the results with compounding are obviously much, much better. Without compounding, if you stick with your 40 cents, that's the minimum that you can put in. And that's enough to build as long as the program keeps going for a while. Put your 40 cents in, compound. If you compound 40 cents 100% for a year, you'll be making about $250 a week at the end of a year. And you can start drawing that out after 12 months. It's not really worth compounding half of it if you've only put 40 cents in. You know, 40 cents is neither here nor there. You can afford to put it in and see where it takes you. But if you're putting in, if you don't compound, at the end of a year, you'll have made $3.50 or something like that, you know. But if you compound, you'll be making over $200 a week, and that will keep increasing, and you'll be at a level where it'll be increasing quickly. But if you put in, for example, $40, then it's worthwhile doing the 50% compounding, because you'll get your money back in 56 days. Then you're free and clear, and every day you'll be taking some extra money out, and it'll still be building. And I think at the end of a year you'll have made something like $9,000 over the year for a $40 one-time payment. So it's good, but it's there. It's in the video, and I sent you a message to your inbox, and I sent similar out to my mailing lists today. Instant Recall is ready to start paying out, but you have to put in, I can't remember how much it is. I think it's about $3.50 a month if you want to participate in their commission structure. It's optional. You don't have to participate in it. You don't have to download the app, but most of you have downloaded the app because they were intending it to be free. But Google wanted to charge them a lot, and they eventually got it down to just $3.50 or something like that. So if you refer 4 people, you break even, or you make a small profit actually. And if those people refer 4 people, then you'd be making a little bit more, $16. But where you want to really be is you want to get 10 people in Instant Recall, and you want to get 10 people that get 10, because it opens up 4 levels of payments, and that's when you can get into thousands of dollars. So if everybody goes out to get 10 people, a business opportunity for $4 a month is rare to find. So it's a good opportunity, even though it's not free as they originally intended. We've got a question here from somebody, from Morris. If I may ask, can I download the spreadsheet somewhere? Which spreadsheet, Morris? If you're talking about the one for whatever it's called, I've forgotten, TRX International. I had intended to put it on the same page, the blog page, but I didn't get around to it. But it will be there probably tomorrow. There is the other webinar for the new program coming up. I'll have my referral link for you after that webinar. And COTPS is still going strong. It's very easy, because with that script you don't have to do anything. All you've got to do is update the what's it called, I don't know, the number of times it'll play for you anyway. The most you can do it is 100. So you put in 100, and about every week or 8 days or something, you've got to go in, stop it running, change it to 100 again, because it keeps using up the numbers, and start it again, and that's it. It's done. And once again, that is, it's not 40 cents, but it's $9, and $9 compounded for a year would give you $400,000. It's amazing. It compounds every 2 hours. Of course, most people won't ever get to 400,000 for $9, because they'll start pulling money out, and I don't blame them. You know, I've not worked out how and where to pull out 50%, but that's the thing to do. Maybe when you get to making $100 a day, you could perhaps pull out $50 and let the other $50 keep increasing. It's going to mean that you're not going to make that $400,000, but it means you pocket in cash along the way. And if it runs for another couple of years, I mean, it's been going a couple of years now, if it runs for another 2 or 3 years, you'll be in clover. It's a good bet for $9. Metafy Yielders is another of our third-party programs. We have started an investors club because of Metafy Yielders, because it's $100 minimum to get involved, but that pays you at their lowest rate. And you need to really be investing $2,500 to get a good rate, a really good rate, 3.3% per day. And so we set up the investment club to get people up to that level. But we will use the investors club as a sort of like a mutual fund where, you know, a mutual fund goes out and it buys stocks and shares in lots of different companies, and some do well and some do badly, and it all balances out. And so it levels out the risk, if you like, for the members of the mutual fund, and they pay out the overall percentage that they make. You know, they might make 50% on this, but they might lose 10% on that one and make 20% on this, you know, the deal. So we're doing a similar thing with any business opportunity types that fit our profile. It's no good putting things like crypto pay in or TRX because the investment level is so low, you don't need any help with it. But Medify yielders, $100 is a lot for some people, and even if it's not a lot, some people don't want to risk $100 because you never know how these programs are going to go. So you can get involved for $12 in our investment club. We have got sufficient now to invest at the $10,000 level. However, I don't know whether they'll still have $10,000 positions when it all gets sorted out, because the funds were supposed to arrive tomorrow, and then I was going to buy the currency tomorrow, the crypto tomorrow, and get it all sorted out. But the funds arrived today. But the bank wouldn't let me buy crypto with them. It's my money. Well, it's our money, you know, but it's in the bank account, our bank account. But they say they don't approve crypto purchases because I had to make the payment with a card, and they say the card isn't valid for pseudo cash or something like that. It's frustrating, but there you go. The other account that it was in, I would have left it in, and we've used the card. I've used the card before with that, and that is this one. It's our business account with Wise, but you're restricted to $2,000 a month, so I can't do 10 grand with that, and I don't want to be doing a bit here and a bit there. So that was another option that was no good. I have an account with Zappo, which is good, but it takes, for some reason, it takes 3 to 4 days to get money into Zappo from anywhere else. So I was trying to avoid that because it would have just made the payment, the period longer to get there. But having tried several different options and getting charged fees every time I go somewhere and getting kicked back and knocked back for various reasons, I've decided to go with Zappo. So I've done the transfer to Zappo. Zappo has certain benefits. One of them is that you can instantly buy Bitcoin. They only do US dollars and Bitcoin, okay? But you can instantly do Bitcoin, and it's without any sort of heavy fees. You know, you go to somewhere like Bittrex and you want 10 grams worth of Bitcoin, because Bittrex, I don't think, do TRX 20, which is what we need. I think you can, maybe they'll accept Bitcoin in Medify yielders now. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to check on that. But I can do the transfer. But if you buy $10,000 worth of crypto in something like Bittrex, you know, you're likely to be paying $350 on that transaction. Zappo, it's negligible. You know, you get the rate, and it's comparable rate to everywhere else, and it just boom, instant, boom, done. And then you can send it from there to wherever you're going. So having been through all this, I really dislike banks, but we have to use them at present. Well, there will come a day where maybe we don't have to use banks, and that will be a wonderful day for everybody, except for the banks. But at the moment, it looks like using my Zappo account. They don't do business accounts, so it's a personal account, which is another reason why I wanted to avoid using that. I wanted to keep it in our business accounts. We've got this one, we've got another one called Anna, and Anna is the one that wouldn't let me buy the crypto. So I'm having to use Zappo, which is a personal account. But Zappo don't currently do business accounts. But if we can get it to work, we'll get it to work. One way or another, we'll get the funds, and we will get invested in Medify yielders. Who will be in the program with us when we actually manage to get this deposit in Medify yielders made? And the answer to that is everybody that is in the Investors Club at the time we make the investment. So if you are in already, yes, you will be in that in that investment that we make. If you join tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, probably it's going to take till one day next week before we can get the cryptocurrency now. You can join Monday next week, Tuesday next week, until we actually make that deposit. Anybody that is a paid member of our Investors Club will be in that, and will start receiving the funds from that investment. Okay. Once we make that investment, that will be the cutoff, and anybody that comes in after that will have to wait until the second cycle. That's 6 weeks away. So anybody that comes in after we've made that initial deposit, we can't put them in until we make our second deposit in 6 weeks' time. So that is the position. There may be other plans that we add to the Investors Club in the meantime, and if we have funds, which we'll have some left over. I think we've got about 12,000, and we're going to be, in fact, I can tell you what we've got. There might be another 50 or something like that coming, but there's not much coming in at the moment. We've got 11,400, so we've got an extra $1,400 roughly. So there may be something that crops up that we can put that 1,400 in as well, and then that will once again benefit all the members that are in at the time that we make the investment in that program, whatever it may be. So that is our Investors Club. That is the Medify Yielders. That is TRX International, COTPS, Instant Recall, all these things. Yeah, they're pretty good. And Tapestry is getting ready to pay out again as well now. I think they pay on the 10th of the month. It doesn't actually show. I think they closed their sort of accounting on the 10th of the month for the previous month, and then the payments are actually made on the 15th, I think. They take longer to get if you're being paid through PayPal, which we are, rather than Stripe. And the reason we are is because I didn't know how to set the Stripe up at the time, and I couldn't be bothered messing about with it, so I just put in our PayPal. But I mean, it's the same. We get the same money. It just takes a few days longer. So it comes into PayPal, but it's nothing significant at the moment. The last payment was about $90. It's a bit of a help, but it's really not very much. Okay. We got Dave Jackson popped in as well. He's from London, and we've got Prince from Nigeria as well, I think. Mr. Graham, how can I know that my payment have been received for the Metafy yielders after the submission of the form. If you made your payment and it went through correctly, and you submitted your form, you will, once we get properly sorted out, there will be a list that goes up which will be accessed through the Facebook group. The only people in the Facebook group are people that are active investors in our investors club, and they've agreed to the terms of joining the group, and they've submitted a valid user ID for We Share Abundance. So only people that have done that will get accepted into the group. We get a lot of people that wanting to join the group. They don't answer the questions, they don't put in their username, they don't accept the terms, and even when we get a lot of people that do those things, and then we check, they're not put any skin in the game. You know, they're not in our active investors. So it is a very exclusive community, and you will be able to see the list in there showing your membership. Leon says, with my oh no, that's MY for whatever it's called, Metafy yielders. We don't need to make our loan exactly 10,000. It can be anything above that threshold. Yeah, but once we had 10,000, I said about transferring sufficient funds to get in at that 10,000 level. So we won't have more than that, because we've only got that 1,400 left over, and it'd take another week to get that 1,400 there as well, Leon. So that's the reason why we'll be going in it. It may be a fraction over 10,000, but it won't be much over. And what's left, the balance, is left in our trading account, I suppose you could call it, there, and we'll find a way to use that. Maybe, and if we don't, when we reinvest in 6 weeks, we'll have time to plan for that. We'll know when that 6 weeks is coming to an end, and we'll start transferring the money a week before, and we'll get the cryptocurrency bought. Okay, so that is the situation, and that is your updates on everything. The numbers, waste of time currently. Coin payments still showing nothing for both our coins. I don't know why. I did have a look actually in I log into 7 accounts every day, but I don't check the figures. I log into them and I read the emails and log out. I don't sort of look at the dashboard, but I looked at the dashboard today, and it is showing figures in there. So we pull those figures from not coin payments, what's it called? Coin ranking. So I don't know why they don't show anything on the website. It's just a mess at the moment. Okay, so that's a waste of time. Alexa's packed up. We had 17 new registrations today. We had 10 new active members. Our active membership count is now 6,115. We've still got a lot of members that don't understand what active membership is, even though we've been talking about it for 3 months before we implemented it. And pretty much every day since we did, it's in the FAQ section, and there's been messages sent about it, and we still get people saying, why aren't I active? The answer is because you've not logged in 2/3 of the available days in any given month. Okay, if you log in 2/3 of the available days in the month, you will become active once that 2/3 number has been reached. So where are we now? The 11th. We're in May, 31 days. There are 20 days left to log in, and today. So if you log in today and every day up to the end of the month, you'll be active by the end of the month if you're not active now. If you've logged in already for 11 days, you need to log in for another 20 days at least, and then you will become active. Multiply Weezer, nothing changed in there. And for the first time ever, I think, we got nothing from the revenue share. That's not quite accurate. I mean, we had 9862.1, $9,862.01 yesterday, and we've got $9,862.91 today. So in actual fact, we got 90 cents from the revenue share, but I only work on the whole number. So it's showing us 0 today, and it might show us 2 tomorrow. Well, that's the first time I think we've ever had a 0, but we get that just by logging in, even though there's no real activity in the site at this time, and there won't be until we get those liquidity pools working and sort out the value and the demand for our tokens. It's all coming, folks. It's all coming. It's all part of the master plan. Just have a bit of patience, you know. The people that got involved in Bitcoin when it started, 12 or 13 years ago, whatever it was now, they went for 2 or 3 years and they didn't know what they were doing and what was happening, and they were mining coins and saying, oh, look, I've got 10,000 coins now. And people would say, what are they worth? And, well, they're worth nothing. You can't do anything with them, but I got them, But they're multimillionaires today. So keep that in mind, okay? It is coming. And that's pretty much is it from me for today. We've had California Dreaming, and we've had the 18 something or other mining disaster. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was the Bee Gees that did it. Yesterday we had Everybody's Talking About a New World in the Morning, Roger Whittaker. So keep singing, keep happy, keep positive, keep sharing love and abundance, and you'll find great things happening in your life. I've got to find which browser I'm in with the Melon app now. Here we go. And I'll have a look at the comments here, but I don't think, how do I get the comments to come up? Here we go. No, it's showing Facebook comments, just Facebook users. All the ones that it shouldn't show, it shows, okay? But that is it from me for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of We Share Abundance. Without you, we don't exist. A website is nothing. We are the community with a heart. We Share Abundance. We are that United States of the world. And we are here on our mission to banish poverty, spread love, and make this world a better place. And that's what it's all about. And along the way, you'll make a bit of money too. Okay? God bless you all. See you all same time, same place tomorrow. I'll let the sun shine in now. It was a very wet start to the day here today, but it's turned into a beautiful late morning and afternoon and evening. Bit chilly wind, but other than that, it's been really, really, really pleasant. So this lovely day has flown away. The time has come to part. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again. Same time, same place, tomorrow. Twitch, YouTube, and then our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. Until then, God bless you all. Auf Wiedersehen.